happening, mate? How you doing?
Right, and you, brother?
I'm all right, man. I'm fucking just plodding away during this lockdown, this crazy time.
Yeah, super crazy, man. It's ridiculous.
It's we've just been. I mean, fucking. I don't know what's it like over there right now in South Africa. He's pretty. All the shops closed. Every fucking shop, gyms closed and shit.
Yeah, so we're obviously South African style in the hardest, longest flipping lockdown in the world. So it's a bit strange. So they're starting to open things up now. Like the gyms are still shut. They've just opened up like the last bit of like barbers and salons, and the restaurants will start opening soon. But yeah, it's a strange situation here, man. It's a very strange situation.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. I think our statistics in the UK are actually up there with the worst.
Yeah, we were actually looking at it last night. In fact, it was quite crazy there in the UK. It's got a bit wild.
Yeah, it has. I mean, Boris, our Prime Minister, he actually caught it. He caught COVID.
Yeah.
He was in intensive care of it and shit. And everyone just kind of, I think they had quite a, I think we were too relaxed at the start, to be honest with you.
Yeah, sure. But also like an older population and stuff like that, I suppose, all leans into it.
Yeah, exactly. They're the ones most vulnerable. So
yeah, 100%. I'm loving that Bruce Lee there in the background, man.
Ah, you like that?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, man, I like that.
Very nice.
I like that. Oh, Bruce.
Otherwise, Mr. Murrie, what's happening with you, man? Surviving the madness.
Surviving the madness, man. Just fucking. I mean, at the start of the lockdown, I was quite happy to get a bit of a break. To be honest with you, my life's been so hectic with work and training and like being a dad and fucking all that kind of shit. I've just been like proper. So at the start of it, I was like, I was quite happy to get like a few weeks chill time, maybe 3-4 weeks, and after that, like the feet start tapping. I'm like, right, I need to get back to. But obviously, you can't. I mean, right now, I'm doing bits and pieces as far as work goes. I've just started back like last Monday. I've been training throughout it all, but it's not the same. It's just not the same like training in the gym, actual proper wrestling, sparring and stuff. I've been going out. I've been doing. I've been doing a lot of hill walks and stuff. A lot of walking, hill walks, doing runs. I've got a bob like the torso at the back, so I've been beating him up regularly, and that's it, man. There's only so much you can do.
Yeah, it's been tough for the fighters. It's been like, even for us, like average Joe Jiu-Jitsu guys, the beginning started with a bit of excitement. You got like a Bernardo Faria fundamentals, and you started working on your fundamentals, drilling with like a kid's teddy bear, and then it just, all that like enthusiasm just kind of faded away.
That's right. That's exactly what happened. It's hard, man. It's hard to proper motivate yourself, and you're sitting yourself, and it's like, oh, I'm going to go and fucking batter a grappling dummy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to go and batter a fucking dummy. It's like, to be honest with you, like that dummy is that Bob, the dummy that I've got out there, it gave me a lot more motivation than what I did just going in my back garden and shadow boxing. I was like, this is shit going out there, shit. Like, not actually being able to hit anything, no resistance or that. See, if you've got something there to work on that you can start. Actually, I've been working a lot more angles, lateral movement and stuff that's probably the worst part of my game. Like everyone thinks that my striking's fucking not very good or whatever, but it's actually not bad. It's just, I've got a bad habit of moving forward and back in straight lines from old taekwondo. So I've actually been using this time to work like circling off after every shot, every left hand I'm circling off the left, every right hand I'm circling to my right. Been using all that stuff, and so I'm looking forward to putting it into practice and sparring.
Very nice, man. You touched on the subject now, which is why I actually wanted to speak to you. It seemed like your life spun into a bit of chaos in the Iga Cabeza fight and beyond. I know you broke your arm, which people that don't know, you work with your hands, which put you out of work for a little bit. The training was a setback. So just let's firstly, the Iga Cabeza fight, the title fight, was a bit of a strange one. Were you suffering with your arm in that fight? And just talk us about that fight and what kind of happened after that.
It was so it was like, for me, it was a fucking super frustrating fight. Really frustrating, man. It was like, I mean, my kind of plan in that fight was to submit him. That's what I wanted to do. But I knew that I wasn't going to be able to take him down. I thought, like, my wrestling's not bad, but it's not Cabeza's level of wrestling. You know what I mean? That's his bread and butter. It'd be like him trying to hit me with an axe kick or a hook kick or something like that. Like, chance of it's not really going to happen. So yeah, I thought to myself, right, chances are he's going to take me down. That's what I thought. He's going to take me down and try and finish me ground and pound, whatever. Either that or he's going to stay striking with me. I really didn't expect him just to fucking put me up against the cage for 5-minute rounds and hold me there. So even when the crowd was booing and shit, like, you've got to remember, that's draining. It is draining, right? And it was like, and he wasn't doing anything as well. So I said to the referee a few times, like, come on, referee did split us up a couple of times. And then when I was like pulling guard, I wasn't actually just pulling guard. Like, everyone thought I was trying to pull him. I was actually trying to climb up. I actually seen one of my old teammates. It was when I was out training in Corona. It was, you know, Richie Martinez, Boogeyman.
Yeah.
So I went to a fight. He was fighting Jeff Roman and Tough Enough before, and it was the exact same kind of situation. He was a jiu-jitsu guy, pretty much kind of straight jiu-jitsu, and a little bit striking and wrestling, but not too much. He was fighting a guy called Jeff Roman, and Jeff Roman, I was there actually. It was in Vegas, and Jeff Roman kind of beat the crap out of him for 3 rounds. And at the end of the 3rd round, it was the exact same thing. A lot of the fight was Boogeyman's back against the cage, and he was climbing up on him like from the front, almost like a front backpack. But he was thrown on standing omoplatas. And it got to the point where he was breaking down. He was breaking down the shoulder, and Jeff Roman's trying to posture up, and every time he postured up, he was going back down. Came this battle and stuff, and it was actually pretty. It was cool, but by the end of the fight, Boogie actually kind of got up and managed to clasp his hands and put on this kind of murder guillotine and finished them, and it was class. And I just thought, you know what, I didn't really. There wasn't much striking in the fight. There wasn't any jiu-jitsu. And I think we hit the deck once, but I almost had him in a triangle. I almost locked the triangle up. I think it was the 3rd round, and I almost locked that up. If I had that more, when I lock it up, it would have been finished. You're not getting out there. So yeah, like, okay, that's what it is, man. It was a frustrating fight. It didn't go my way, and then kind of all of a sudden I was stuck out in South Africa in the hospital, and I was out there for longer. No one there, and then my phone got stolen and started, and my arm was broken and shit. So everything just went wrong. Oh shit. Everyone just kind of everyone just kind of went wrong out of that fight. And then when I came back, obviously I'm a self-employed joiner. I don't work for a company. I work for myself. So all of a sudden, I couldn't make money. You know what I mean? I couldn't make money for 6 months. And to be fair to EFC, Constantia stepped up to the mark. They helped me out with some insurance money.
Okay. Nice.
So big up for that. But so yeah, after that, everything kind of went wrong. I started thinking when you climb up, it's going from the smaller shows to the bigger shows, then fighting for the EFC world title against Cabeza. I thought after getting beaten that fight and breaking my arm, for one, I thought, right, is my arm ever going to be the same? And then for 2, I started to think, I'm 32 now. I'm thinking, what's the chances of me beating another 3 guys to get another shot at that belt to then win the belt? I'm like, that's maybe as far as I'm going to go. That's what I started to sort of think, you know what I mean? And then things went wrong. I had my workmate, I worked with him for 7 years. He passed suddenly in the December. In October, I fought Cabeza. My mate died in December. I split up with my wife in February. My arm was still broken until about July. So it was I just went through this whole time. I couldn't work. I couldn't train. I couldn't even, and then before you knew it, I split up with the wife. I was in my own flat. So I was I kind of all of a sudden it was just, right, there you are, there's your flat, you're there, you can't go to work during the day, you can't train at night, so it's you can end up falling maybe into a bit of depression and stuff without even realising it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I didn't really feel I was depressed. I still don't know if I was depressed, but I think now I look back, I think, yeah, I wasn't in a good place. I just started started drinking and stuff, and just not drinking myself. I wasn't sitting there feeling sorry for myself, but fucking holding on to a bottle of vodka kind of shit. But I'd have some friends round and stuff, and they would end up drinking through the week and stuff like that. And then it was all good for a few weeks, even maybe 2 months. And then I thought to myself, you know what? Is this really what I want to be fucking 3 months ago, I was fighting for an EFC world title. Now, what am I doing? So I properly, I had a couple of decisions to make. And the first one was I want to fight again. That's what I thought. I want to fight again. My contract ran out with EFC at that point, so I thought, you know what, I'd over a year out. I thought, let's do it. I said to James, my coach, I was back training in the gym, and I says to James, let's see if we can get me a fight. I want to fight again. Even if it's just like a small promotion, there's on top promotions, which it's like the biggest promotion in Scotland. It's still a good show to fight on. So I thought, look, if I can get maybe like main event spot on that, or co-main event, whatever, like just a fight. That's all I wanted, just a fight. Get in there and just like a guy maybe it's not so good. You know, like I don't want to fight a dummy, but maybe a guy like at this point I was 4-3. So I thought maybe someone the same record as me. Like the thing, even when I was 2-0, I thought I was fighting Luke Ord, who was 5-1. When I was 3-0, I fought Boyd Allen, who was 15-3. When I was 3-1, I fought Cabeza, who was at 11-1. So it's like I have always been up against it. You know what I mean? I thought, like, for my next fight, coming back from a bad arm injury, I want to see how this is going. I just give me a guy that's not even shit, not a negative record, but like maybe an equal record, 4-4 or something like that. I was 4-3. You can give me a 4-3 guy, just a proper kind of fair matchup. So we ended up getting this French guy. I got matched with a French guy. James says to me, 3 weeks time, can you make 66 in 3 weeks? Perfect, let's do it. Sorry, he actually said 4 weeks time, can you do it? I says, yeah, perfect. And then an hour later, he messaged me saying, look, scrap that. Can we do, you want to do Bellator in 3 weeks time in Dublin? And I was like, fucking 100%. I was like, who's this guy? So the guy, Dylan Logan. There's a big difference from fighting from on top to obviously going to Dublin and fighting in Bellator. But then I did kind of feel like you lose this fight here, you're finished. That was the kind of pressure I felt. Not even that you're finished, but it's like you could still keep fighting, but you're just fighting kind of for the sake of it. I thought, if you lose this, obviously I got beat off. I was on like a 10-11 fight win streak when I won Boyd, when I fought Boyd. So I was used to just winning all the time. That was against some of the top amateurs in Europe and decent professionals for my first couple. And then when you lost against Boyd, I thought, right, that's fair enough. I've won 11 on the trot. He's a lot more experienced. And I gave a good account of myself. So I was happy enough for that. And then I went out to fight Botha, which I thought, right, this is a must-win fight now. I took Boyd on short notice. He's more experienced. Botha's more a kind of fair matchup. I've got a full camp. There's no excuses. I need to win this fight, which I did. And then when I got beat off Cabeza, obviously that happened. And I thought, right, I'm getting back to it. So if I went out and got beat again, it would have took me to fucking... Well, it took me to 4-3, and I just thought, nah, I need to win this fight. It was a must-win fight. But basically, it was for me. It was like, you win this fight, you've just beat a guy that's 2-0 in Bellator. You're winning on Bellator on short notice with a broken toe. Had a broken toe in sparring, fucking 2 weeks before it. So I thought to myself, like, you win this year, it's going to put you up there. You forget about like, the EFC title loss. Before, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, instead of going from the EFC title, a way back down to on top to try and build up to another shot at the title. It's almost just kind of took me across the line, like to Bellator, got that win against a legit opponent. So yeah, it's put me kind of back up there again, to have a good nice shot, like fighting again. So I spoke to Graham actually. I spoke to Graham Cartmill. He said he messaged me last week and said he was keen to get me back over to South Africa. So
okay. Nice.
He said as soon as we can get international athletes over, he says I'll be able to get over. So that would be awesome.
Okay, so that was going to be one of the questions. You mentioned that your contract ran out. So what is your kind of status with the EFC, Bellator, or you kind of? I believe Bellator is just a one fight deal. There was no talk of a contract.
That was just a one fight deal. Obviously, got brought in 3 weeks against a guy who, like I says, he was 2-0, both the submission finishes in Bellator. So I thought to myself, look, if I go here and beat him, then surely like they've got to give you something off the back of that. They've got to give you a contract, especially to go out and submit him in the first. I thought, like, if I don't get a contract off that, then what could you do to get a contract? That's what I thought. So I spoke to Jude Samuels. He's the matchmaker for Bellator Europe, and he was all for it. He sounded hopeful, all good to go. And then this fucking Corona shit happened, and it's like now obviously when things return, they're going to be looking to get the guys that've already got contracts fights rather than take on new guys. You know what I mean? But I mean, to be honest with you, like I'm happy to just fight anywhere. Like I actually like fighting on all different promotions. I'd like to fight on Cage Warriors. I was talking to the president of Brave as well, Gus, I was speaking to him. He wants me to send a highlight. He's a 10th Planet guy. I've known him for years, and he ran Gustavo. You know Gustavo from India.
Yeah.
That's
Bit of a wild man.
That is mad. So I've known him for years. I go to Amsterdam. He was running 10th Planet Amsterdam and stuff. So I used to go out and stay with him sometimes. But now obviously, I've been at him a few times. Like, get my fight on Brave, get my fight on Brave. But he kind of stays away from that side of things. Yeah, but I kind of wondered why is he not getting my fight? And then he hit me up just like a few weeks ago, saying, "Right, Calum, what's happening? Was that just a one-fight deal with Bellator?" Yeah. I says, "Aye, it was." He says, "Right, well, send me over your highlight video. We're looking to sign some featherweights in Europe, and I've put your name forward. But basically, we need a new highlight video for you. So I'm gonna said to Guy, like, go send me some of my fights from EFC, because I've got a highlight video, but it's from my old amateur fights. I think it's got my pro debut on it, but that was it. So I kind of need to get an up-to-date video. And then yeah, I mean, you know what? I'll take it as it comes. I mean, Graham spoke about me getting me to sign another contract with them that's non-exclusive. So it's only exclusive in Africa. So if I'm in Africa, obviously just fight on EFC. But if Bellator or Brave or Cage Warriors in like that are in Europe, then I could still fight on any of them.
Okay. And would you have a preference of where you fight? Would you like to come back to South Africa, or you prefer the fights in the hometown?
No, I love fighting. I love the whole trip. See, going to South Africa, man. I like the whole. I like the whole trip. Again, it's like you get like almost like a 12-day trip out there. You know what I mean? It's awesome. I love. It's 3 times I've been. 3 times I've fought out there, and every time it's been Joburg. So I want to fight in Cape Town next time. I told Graham that I want to see Cape Town. I love Joburg, but I've seen it 3 times now. I want to go to Cape Town. Even Sun City. I've heard Sun City is really nice as well, actually.
Yeah, Sun City's cool, but I don't know when that's happening again. I mean, obviously not this year, but yeah, maybe next year if the world's back in all its pieces, we can go back to Sun City. And I'm just looking at that arm. Is that thing doing all right, Scott?
It's perfect now. It's actually really good.
Okay,
it's solid. It's I think it must be. It's like fucking. I'd be like Iron Man now. There's a big bit of titanium or something in there, eh?
Robotic right arm. Ready to sleep, fellas.
That's literally got a plate right doing it and pins in it. So see now, if you've cracked with that, it's going to be titanium across the jaw.
And for some reason remember your arm taking longer than it was supposed to. Am I right? You had a few complications.
That's right. They so basically they wanted it to heal by itself without operating. So we went the 3 months. They told me it would be healed within 3 months. I had a full cast, 90 degrees from shoulder to wrist. I had that on for 6 weeks. And then they took that off. Or was it 4 weeks? 4 weeks it was, I think. Then they took that off and put one on my elbow, just up to the elbow, so that I could still get that, so that joint didn't seize. They took that off. It still wasn't right. And then they put another one on. So that came up 3 months. And I said, look, this is 3 months now went past. I feel like it's, and they're like, yeah, there is. It is. I could see it myself. Like, my auntie's a doctor as well. My auntie's saying, that's not fucking straight. That's not straight. Tell them you want that pinned. You need it operated on. So eventually, even when I told them, I said, look, enough's enough now. That's 3 months went past. It's not fixed. I need something that I can't afford to wait another 6 weeks to find out if it's going to fix and then operate. So yeah, we operated after 3 months. Then there was another 3 months after that recovery. So it was like 6 months out, which was a freaking nightmare.
From 6 weeks.
From 6 weeks to 6 months, exactly.
It's crazy, man. Crazy.
That bloody cabeza. It was a body kick. I remember it at the time, snapping. I felt it right away. I was like, oh shit! I knew right away it was broke.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that sore. It was just a horrible. It was just a horrible feeling, like it was jelly. That's what. Obviously, the adrenaline's still pumping.
Sure. Gal, the one last thing I wanted to ask you was about your connection with 10th Planet and how that actually all started.
That started, that started in 2010. Yeah, 2009, 2010 that started. So basically, like, I like that. So I was always about no gi. I always preferred no gi grappling rather than the gi. And obviously, I've seen this mad guy. It was actually my mate Mop that told me about him. There's this 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. So I watched it on the internet, and I seen obviously Mad Eddie Bravo, just something like he catches your attention well. Like, see if you watch his videos, the way he puts stuff across, that he actually captures your attention well, and I like the way he kind of explains the techniques. And I've also got like I'm also really flexible and stuff. Always have been. So I thought that kind of my style was kind of suited like for this. So I started playing around with the common thing associated with 10th Planet, which was rubber guard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I started kind of playing around with. And I was kind of more using it as a stalling position. I didn't really know what I was doing with it. I didn't know the path. I was just kind of pulling my leg up and stalling with it. Like, I didn't really realise it. And then I thought, you know what, I actually want to go and train with 10th Planet. So I found out there was one gym in the UK that was an affiliated gym. It was 10th Planet Grimsby in England. A guy called Simon Cox. So I ended up speaking to him. He said, yeah, look, come down. You're welcome to come and train. So I did that, went down there, trained for 3 weeks. We'd done a week on half guard, which was lockdown, the full series, whip up, dog fight, that electric chair sweep, all that kind of stuff. Day one, old school basics. And then like we'd done a week on rubber guard, which was the full path, like, you know, mission control, zombie, clear the head, karate move, chill dog, all that kind of stuff. And it's like, all the names are fucking mad, but you know, it's a way of... it's a way of actually sticking in your head, for one. And if you're in a match against someone who's not 10th Planet, and you've got a guy saying, right, come on, let's zombie that arm, like, they're not going to know what the zombie is, like, or let's work for the chill dog, or the invisible collars there and stuff, like, they're not going to know what a visit. So it kind of helps that way as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went down there, and I made a couple of trips there, and then I found out there was a guy called Sean Bollinger taking a seminar. And he was doing seminars throughout UK, and he was Eddie's second black belt. So I ended up, it was actually my mum got in touch, got me a spot at this seminar, and I went down to the seminar. I ended up managing to wangle my mum said, like, do you know a cheap hotel or whatever, to the guy who was running the seminar. He says, well, look, if your son's coming down from Scotland, he says, I've got Sean and his girlfriend staying with me anyway. Your son's welcome to come and stay at my house. So I was like, fuck, this is awesome. I'd been watching Sean on YouTube and all that, and Sean, he was a killer. He was like smashing folk in jiu-jitsu. He had a few MMA fights as well, actually. He fought Ryan Couture, and he had a few decent fights. But yeah, so I got there, and then obviously when I met him, we ended up just having quite a good laugh. He's the same age as me and stuff as well. So even though I'd watched from YouTube, we ended up just having a right good time, a good laugh. And he said to me, look, anytime you want, man, he's like, you're welcome to come out to California. He says, I've got my own place, my own gym and stuff, like, come out and train. So I said, I'll take you up on that. And yeah, the next year I went out, 10th Planet Riverside, and I've been basically out the last 10 years. I think I've been like 7 out the past 10 years. So go out and train with all the guys, man. It's madness, because it's like so relaxed, you know, out there. It's not like going to a traditional BJJ school where you kind of turn away, tie your belt, bow before you go on the mat, all this kind of stuff. Like, I arrived at midnight that night. I remember arriving at the gym for the first time, and I must have been about 300 yards away from the gym. I was looking where it was. All I could smell was weed. I got a spot. I smell fucking weed. And I knew right away, I'm like, I'm going to follow that smell of weed. And the scent just got stronger and stronger as I walked down as I walked down the street. And before you knew it, like I said to you, it was about midnight. I walked in the front door, and the place was stinking of green. There was rap music playing, and at this time I was a blue belt, like just got my blue belt, and there was like 2 black belts and a brown belt or something rolling at like 12:30 at night. The rap music was on. They were high as fuck, and they were fucking drilling some high level shit, like fucking or just kind of stuff. At the time it was like fucking Granby rolls, Eminari, like all kind of different leg lock stuff, and I was like, this is fucking really, yeah, mate. It was all, and I was like, you guys, just as a class, like, why are you guys rolling at this time? They're like, nah, there's no, like, classes finished at 9 p.m. But we just stay chill. They had like the computer there as well, so they've got like YouTube fights on YouTube. They've got the music going. They've got the weed corner, and they're fucking rolling all night. Like, and that's what it was like every day and every night out there. That's what they're like. The food's awesome as well. So it's just such a relaxed, and that's how these guys are actually they're so good. That I don't understand how they can afford to do it as well, to be honest with you. But kind of like a lot of them just don't work. They're just training all day and all night. Probably selling weed and stuff. But.
Yeah, supplying. got a good supply chain going, dude.
Aye, it must be something.
Yeah.
Aye, so that's it, man. That's my trips out there have always been class. I love going out to California. It's
Nice.
amazing, eh?
Very nice. The last one for you. If you in talks of coming back to the EFC, is there a name in particular that you've been looking at, or you just want to get
You know
out?
what? I don't even know like how many. I don't even know that many. Is the featherweight division that full just now? Like I don't even know that many of the. I would fight anyone like it. But the only thing I would ask was just like the only thing I would say is give me like one of the kind of not the top, not like Quebec. I wouldn't want to fight Quebec straight again. I would like. If I had to fight him again for the belt, or whatever. I heard he might be. In fact, I don't know. I maybe saying that.
Yeah. He's signed with new management. We're waiting to see what's happening.
Right. I was about to say that. Aye. So I don't know. I'd fight anyone that they gave me.
Very nice, brother. Thank you so much for your time. It's nice to catch up and see you're doing a bit better. Nice to see that arm back intact and you're busy building stuff again. What were you building the other day? It looked like a pub or something in someone's yard, or
that's right. That's in someone's backyard. I built him a bar, just basically a big fuck off bar. Like it's gonna have couches, TV, bar, and everything. It's gonna be pretty cool. But see, since I put pictures up of that, I've been literally fucking overflowed with messages that everyone wanting them.
Including me, dude. If you're coming over to SA, you're gonna have to spend another couple of weeks. Bro. Yeah, I've got a spot in my yard ready and waiting for you, bro.
Let's do it.
Nice one.
Aye, man, that'll be class. I'm looking forward to getting over anyway. Hopefully it's sooner rather. I think Graham was talking maybe September time, October, something like that. So
yeah.
Hopefully I'll get a wee shot of your putting green again soon.
Yeah.
I was terrible the last time.
Some revenge, dude.
Yeah, I used to be a single digit handicap golfer as well. I played for the county and stuff. See, I mind that day. It was like, your carpet was like fucking. It was like a bowling green. Was that fast?
Yeah. That's the trick, bro. It's hometown advantage. You gotta keep some advantages, you know.
Brilliant, man.
Very nice. Thanks for your time, brother. Hopefully we see you back out just soon or competing wherever it is. You too, brother. Take it easy, man. Ciao.
Man, I'll see you later, pal. Cheers, bye.
Ciao.